In this video, I'm going to be breaking down Bymaximise's 5.1 million viewed video. I'm going to teach you guys all the really editing techniques and secrets he used to create emotion driving to make this video pop so much. Plus, stick around all the way to the end and I'll reveal how I edit videos just like this in under 10 minutes. Yes, under 10 minutes. So without further ado, let's get straight into editing this video. Before we want to do anything, make sure we have our captions made. Go up to your captions tab by going to this text. You want to transcribe it. If this text panel is not popping up for you, simply go up to Windows, click on text, boom, you got it. That easy. We want to go up to this captions tab, hit create captions from transcript. This is some secret sauce for you guys I use and how he makes these just perfect. You want to go to this maximum length and characters, drag that all the way down, grab the duration in seconds, drag that all the way down, hit single lines because we don't want those double lines that basically will stack on top of each other. Looks disgusting. Hit this create captions, boom. We got all of our captions created, nice and white. Love that coloring. I'm gonna highlight them all. Now you can see they're in the bottom right here. I'm just gonna hit properties. If you guys have Premiere Pro 2025 updated, it's gonna be in your properties settings. All I want you to do is hit this zone. It's gonna put it right in the center of your video. I wanna just kind of resize it. I don't know exactly what font he uses, but the font I like to use, and it's absolutely free, so you guys can go on Adobe Family, get it, is Montserrat, if I'm saying that right. Hopefully I am. And it looks like he uses throughout the video,
it's about knowing where you're going.
kind of semi-bold. So let's just grab it, make it probably black. No, that's a little too big. Maybe bold. Let's get rid of this shadow too. And let's make it italicized by, where's the italicized button? Right here. Yeah, that looks about pretty good, I would say. Or does he use medium? Nope, he uses some kind of bold. And they're really close together. So in order to just easily make that, come on, here we go. You see where this VA thing is? Just drag it to the left. And now we got something just like that. Now when you go through all these, nice, it looks kind of exactly like it, to be completely honest. It looks like it's a little taller and stretched, but we'll deal with that later. Now that we have our captions made and everything, if we want to make those effects like he has, where it's like kind of fade in and you see that like kind of weird, kind of cool viral effect that's like different kind of, we want to make these captions all graphics. And in order to do that, come up to your graphics and titles, make sure these are all highlighted, hit upgrade caption to graphic, every single caption upgraded to your graphic. Now we can start doing this little secret sauce, and I'm going to show you guys and how to just really easy make this. I'm gonna drag this all the way down just so I can see what's going on. Let's first stack these on top of each other. It looks like it stops at where you're going. So all I'm gonna do is kind of scroll in here, make just this a little bigger so I can see where I'm going. And all I wanna do is kind of stack these like a staircase. So one on top of the other, on top of the other, on top of the other, just like this. See, it's just like a little staircase. Grab all of them, bring them to the right. It's gonna make it so then, you know, it stays on there and doesn't just randomly disappear. Now just grab this it's, and about, looks like the it's about where you're going is all the exact same. So let's first just look at this it's and kind of just play with it. Bring it down a little bit. I'd say about 55. So yeah, let's just do that. Now go to your about, your where you're going. Go up to here, highlight them all. 15, bonsai. Now all I'm gonna do is position it to the right and this one to the left to make them align. So just do that, knowing it's gonna be down a little bit and it's a little actually bigger. And this is supposed to be up here. So align them. Nice. Now we get a thing just like this, but it just pops in. It doesn't actually kind of pop in like his, where he has kind of a nice blur effect besides with, you know, just kind of everything to make it alive. And that's what we want to do as a editor, is make it alive. I'm going to show you just the basic rundown of how to make a blur kind of fade in. And let's just go to our first it's. So I'm gonna hide these all just so we can focus on this it right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna search up blur, and you're gonna find this Gaussian blur. I want you to drag that to it, go up to your effects controls, and what we wanna do for this, go to the beginning, toggle your blurriness, plus where it says opacity. Click those, hit the little stopwatch and give you some keyframes. Just go a little frames forward, not too many. Click it again. And what I want you to do for the first one, crank it. Just crank it. And then when you get to the second one, put it at 0.
About no.
And it should look like that. You don't really need to actually use the opacity. I thought you did, but you don't.
About no.
And it looks exactly like his.
It's about knowing where you're going.
Yep. And just do the exact same thing to your about. That's just a basic little rundown that you guys can use, but I'm gonna use my own personalized presets that I've made. You guys can also go get them down in the link in the description. I'll show you really quick how easy and simple and so much time you're gonna save by just using those. Use the code Bymaximise to save $10 off your order. Let me just show you how easy this is. It's gonna go into my text animations. Because this is a fade in blur, I'm just gonna drag and drop fade in with blur. And now we get, oh my God, way better effect than the last one. It actually looks really close to his. So now I'm just gonna do the same thing with the about and knowing too. And now you get this type of effect.
It's about knowing where
Looks exactly like his. All you do is a simple drag and drop process. That simple, that easy, that fast. Now let's get on to the next animations that he does. Now what he does with this kind of cool effect, it's really simple and easy. All you do, like again, you can either search up my it's called viral text effect. He'll give this an exact same animation. You can just drag and drop it onto your layer. Or if you want to do it the slow way, all it is you go up to your opacity. You have to click on this difference and it'll give you this exact same effect. Now he has a little fade off with like a blur. Once again, I'm just gonna search up blur really quick. You can do the exact same thing with your last one and just boom. It's nice, simple, and easy. I'm actually gonna adjust it just a tiny bit. I love that. It's actually a little too harsh again, so I'm just gonna keep adjusting it. So all you wanna do is adjust play. There we go. That's a lot better. And now let's go on to the next part, just the simple 3-step part. He just has, it's about having the courage to fail, and all he really does is resizes the to fail, but what I wanna do is kind of mix it up and make it a little more catchy. And that's where I'm just gonna go and grab one of my text effects. So I'm just gonna search up text. I'm gonna highlight all of these, just grab like, let's just say this one. Let's just reposition them because sometimes it goes up. I'll just go up here, kind of reposition it. And we have something like this.
having the courage.
And he also uses that to fail. So again, just grab that fade out with blur or use that one that you just made earlier, kind of adjust it, bingo. So this is kind of what he does.
Breaking.
Smaller, and then bigger, just to kind of emphasize some more emotion. So just go to the properties tab or essential graphics, just bring this down a little bit and then make this breaking or when you're broken a little really small. So it goes from that, and then let's just make this broken big. And now you get something exactly like his. And to even add a more dramatic effect, I'm also gonna add that fade off, or I can also do some type of just blurry kind of text effect, maybe? Yeah, no. And then I'm also just gonna add that fade out with blur just to emphasize that broken. That comes in a little too harsh. Let's just kind of decrease this. Now that we made that simple kind of introduction, I'm gonna tell you exactly why this was so effective and why it even made me wanna cry. The reason why this all worked out perfectly is because one, his music choice was on point with what Michael Jordan was saying. It kind of made you kind of like sad, but also happy when he showed the part where it was like when he was doing that to kind of show like he found his dream, he made his dream possible. Like I'm getting goosebumps right now just thinking about it. Next,
having the courage.
And then he showed when he was talking about fail, instead he could have just played a regular just of him dunking, but that one really makes sense. The reason why it popped so much is because he showed a picture he showed a video clip of Michael Jordan sitting there with his head down, that evokes a bunch of emotion, saying not only did he achieve his dreams, but it wasn't easy enough for him. So if you want to learn more about video editing, click this video right over here to learn about how Devin Jafflo created this 500,000 viewed intro to make his profile on Instagram go from 10 to 100K plus in only 1 month.